As I make this video today, it's Saturday. Specifically, the Saturday between Good Friday and Easter. Spoiler alert, tomorrow we know what's going to happen. We know what we're going to celebrate. But I want us to understand the mindset of the disciples back in Jesus' day when Jesus had just left them. All of the culmination of his life, his ministry, 33 years of perfect living, and all of a sudden, after these guys have followed him for all this time, and ladies had followed him for all this time, now he's gone. He's in the tomb. Now it's just a time of mourning. Yeah, we know that he has said that he would rise in 3 days, and we know that all of those things have been said, and he's done some amazing things, but really, let's be real, right? Is this really going to happen? But today is that day of discouragement. In fact, the interesting thing I think is when I'm making this video, here, look out. You probably can't see it in the camera, but it's gray. It's been storming. It's just a dreary day. Have you ever had days like that? Days of such deep discouragement that you don't know how to really vocalize it or articulate it, but you know that there's something that's not right. There's something missing, perhaps. Today was a day like that for the disciples, that Saturday, that in-between day. Now, I could go two different directions with this devotion. Maybe I might go both. The first direction is, have you ever been discouraged and not known if God was going to come through, and you're just begging and begging and begging? Or perhaps you're in this time period where you've given up, just like the disciples. They're done. But they still go back and they resume their activities in prayer and reflection and all of that. Hey, we had a good run, right? Everything was great. It was great. And they might have even started sharing stories about Jesus. Yeah, you remember whenever he did that one thing, he healed that one lady. That lady was dead and she's now alive. You remember the stories. And they would repeat these stories among themselves. They were discouraged, though, because their friend had died. So I could go that direction, or I could go this direction. Have you ever been in a period of waiting and waiting and waiting, and it felt like it was a massive amount of time? Looking back on it, I think about times that I've waited for something and it's eventually happened, and in the waiting it just feels like, oh, this is never going to happen, or this is the longest time I've ever had to wait for something. Think about everything from as minor as waiting at a stoplight whenever you're late for work or something, to, you're trying to have a baby. Those times can feel like they're never ending. And this was we're only on the Saturday here. If I'm a disciple and going back in time, we're sitting here in Saturday. And there's no hope, if we're to be honest. Yeah, he did say he was coming back, but, like we said a minute ago, is that really going to happen? There's no evidence that would happen, other than, I guess, if we think about the things that Jesus did, you think it would be, I guess, that Jesus would have the power, but he's gone. Jesus raised people. No one raised themselves. So there's this period called Saturday that we're in. This period of waiting, this period of discouragement in the meantime, this period of gray skies, this period of it doesn't seem like it's going to work. Normally, we consider Saturdays to be rather great days, right? We don't have to work, everything's great, it's sunny outside, let's go play, let's go to the soccer game, let's relax on the couch, whatever your Saturday looks like for you. But this Saturday is a little bit different. This Saturday represents something a little darker, a little bit more gray, and a little bit more helpless. How many of you are in a Saturday right now? In the Saturday between Good Friday and Easter, that Saturday of, I just don't know if this is ever going to happen. And you feel humiliated because you were so hopeful. But right now you're in the valley. Well, the good news is we know the end of this story, and that tomorrow sun comes out and the sun rises. And we have to remember that no matter what the Saturday looks like, tomorrow is still Sunday. And we can celebrate together. So, see you on Easter.